There's a fish on, baby. Oh boy. What do we have here? Hey now, rod benders. Back again today down by the riverside. One of my favorite spots. Going to be trying to catch some daytime saugeye. We're going to talk gear, tips, tricks, tactics to help you catch more fish. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you've done so already. Thank you very much. And without further ado, see if we can catch some fish. Alright then. Here's what we're talking about. We got an Abu Garcia Max 10 dirt cheap reel, $30 reel, loaded up 6-pound P-line fluoro clear. That is a fluorocarbon coated mono copolymer, if you will. Then the rod is a Bass Pro Shops micro light, 6'6", 2-piece light action rod, missing a guide. Out to a 1/8 of an ounce standard, collared jig head, whatever you want to call that. I'm going with 1/8 of an ounce today because it's deep and there's a little bit of current. I think I could get down there with 1/16 of an ounce if I wanted to, but I don't want to wait all day for my lure to sink. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. As per usual, I'm going to fish a 3-inch Kitech Easy Shiner Table Rock Shad. That is a new color for me. I've been hearing people say Saugeye like purple, so we'll try that out. Alright, when you load this on here, little trick is to size up your plastic to your jig head. That way you know where everything needs to enter and exit. That's true for any small plastic or soft plastic you might fish. Thread that through there, try to get right in the middle of the meat of all that plastic. Bring it out. There we go, that's what we want. Nice and straight, ready to catch some fish. Alright, I'm going to check a drag here. Feels pretty good. Now you might find this hard to believe if you watch the channel, but I fish this for saugeye just like I fish for everything else. I'm casting out, I'm waiting for my lure to hit the bottom, and as it's sinking I have my finger on the line here because sometimes I'll get bit on the fall, and if I feel a tug, it's hooks that time. But you can also watch your line, and it's going to have a little bow in it, but when it hits the bottom, that bow is going to slacken up. That's how you know you hit the bottom. If you know kind of how deep it is you're fishing and you see your line slack up early, then you probably got a fish on the end of the line, or you hit some other piece of crap in the water. But I like to fish this way with these kind of baits because any predatory fish in the water is going to feed on this presentation. Sink to the bottom. If they don't hit it on the bottom or on the fall, then sometimes you get hit right when you pick it up off the bottom. You can swim it back through open water. It's very versatile, and it catches everything that swims. It's why this is the bait that I use on this channel. I haven't found anything that catches more species reliably than these 3-inch Kiteks. Easy Shiners, Kitek Easy Shiner. They're fragile, but they get bit. Spend a lot of time waiting for this to get down to the bottom. This is a deep piece of water here, which is another thing I wanted to mention. You know, when I'm looking for Saugeye specifically, I want the deepest water I can find. Now your river, wherever you live, might be deep in a lot of places, but here on the Great Miami, it can be hard to find deep water, especially in these upper stretches. And this spot, I think, is at least 20 feet deep out here in the middle, you know, and then it shallows up on either side. So I like to start in the deepest part, and then I'll work my way up that slope to see if, you know, the bite changes, or try to find the fish, find what depth they're at. Because in the winter, these fish tend to school up. All fish do tend to school up, in my opinion. And once you find one, chances are you'll have a nice little pattern and you can catch them all. I like to use the least amount of weight possible to get me to the bottom. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. One is the current, obviously. That was a peck or I bumped into something. But, you know, in heavy current, you know, things are going to move with the water. They're not going to go straight down. And also, your line is going to affect that. I have 6-pound line on here. It sinks pretty quickly through the water column. You know, the bigger your line, the more resistance you're going to have to that sinking action. So that's something to keep in mind. And, you know, so between the current and this line, 1/8 of an ounce feels good for me today. I could probably get down there with a 1/16, but you're talking at least double the amount of time waiting for it to sink down to the bottom. And I'm anxious to catch some fish. I ain't got all day to wait on lures sinking. But if I get hung up a couple of times, then I will downgrade to a less weight, so you don't get hung up as much. Once I hit the bottom, I'm just slow rolling it back. I give it a little twitch every once in a while, just a little bit of erratic action might cause a strike. It's just what I do. This ain't the only way to catch them. This is just how I catch them. Hopefully I can prove it to you. There's a fish on, baby. Oh boy. What do we have here? I think I might have foul hooked something weird, because I felt it bump. This could be a sucker or a carp or something. We're going to play it. If this is a predator in the mouth, I've got me a doozy. It feels really weird though. I feel like I foul hooked some kind of... Oh, it's a catfish. Alright. See what I'm saying? This presentation will catch anything predatory. I mean, it's nothing different than what I do every single time I go fishing. It works. Cold, hot, wet, dry. It's just how I fish. That's a pretty good looking cat. Look at the belly on this thing. I don't think I can. Yeah, let's get him in the gill. Okay, sweet. Look at the belly on that dude. Cool. Hook right out. What a fat channel cat. Holy cow. That thing is out there just eating anything it can find to get fattened up for the winter. Alright. Got a picture of them. Gonna let them go. Anything you can catch in these cold weather conditions is very much appreciated. Go back in there, buddy. Cool. Alright. Not the target species, but we caught a fish in the mouth. That was a good fight. Let's get back out there. Is that fish on, baby? Yes. Yes, sir. Nice. Get in here, boy. Yeah. Hey, cool it. Cool it. Gotcha. Bitchin'. Nice Saugeye. That's a good one. That's a nice looking fish right there. Yes, sir. There he is. Nice fish. That'd be a good one to eat. But I ain't gonna do it. Gonna let him go. Come on, dude. There he goes. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's get back out there and try and catch another one. Fish on, baby. Right off the bottom. Saugeye guy. Yes, sir. Come here, boy. Hook right out. He's sharp. He's a sharp guy. Nice. We'll take that. It's like something bit him on the tail. He's all tore up. Let's let him go. Hey now. It's another one, baby. It must be over here in the shallow stuff today. Fish on, baby. Old smallie guy. Nice. There he is. Don't let him go. Great. Thank you very much. I got snagged up last time I cast it over there. So this time I didn't let it go all the way to the bottom before I started bringing it back, and he was out there. There's a fish on, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, little Saugeye. He was up close. Quit it, you're tearing up my lure. Quit it. Look at how cute he is. Don't you just want to take him home? He'll bite you. He's a biter. They're sharp. All right, America, there you have it. We caught some fish. Ha! That presentation catches everything that swims. Let it sink to the bottom. Bring it back slow. Catch fish. Catfish, smallmouth, Saugeye, they all bite it. Big fish eat little fish. That's why I fish with those little Kitech jigs. 95% of the time I go fishing because that's what catches them. So tie one on, get out there and go catch some. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you've done so already, thank you very much. And until next time, go get some bend in your rod.